Good morning, Soul Fam. This is the energy update for the week of November 23rd. Wow, there's a lot going on this week. So let's recap last week real quick before we get into this week's forecast. So last week we let go of a lot of guilt, energy, and frustration, leaving past relationships behind. It felt pretty bad and the energy was really, really heavy. So a lot of us were sleeping a lot, like 10 to 12 hours. If that's you, hey, there's no shame in that, getting your rest on. And then a couple weeks prior, there was major, major emotional upheaval. There was a lot of breakups happening, people leaving their jobs, people leaving their relationships, moving out. So we were definitely in the danger zone a couple weeks ago because there was a lot of energy of feeling lost. People lost their dogs. And I know that may not seem like a big deal to a lot, but for some, their dogs are like their children and their soulmates, right? I know for sure that my dog Luna is one of my soulmates. So we experienced loss a couple of weeks ago. We've experienced guilt of leaving the past behind and frustration last week. And this week, there's some residual emotions from the past 35 years that we've been processing, especially in the sign of Libra, which is relationships. And this week for me, it's been disappointment and also a sense of, like not believing in yourself or, being unsure of yourself, kind of self-doubt. Those things have come to the surface to be cleared, right? And so this week, the energy is popping, guys. Last week, the energy was pretty still. There was no momentum. That's why we were resting. It was like the calm before the storm. Well, we have a partial lunar eclipse in Gemini coming up on November 30th. So I don't know about you, but those of us that are sensitive empaths are already feeling it. And the energy is electric. Like, honestly, I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. So Sunday night and Monday night, holler at me if you couldn't sleep. The energy was electric. It was running through my body and it was really crazy. I was just laying there and my mind and my spirit were activated from 2 to 4 a.m. But my body was exhausted and I was fighting to sleep. And then finally, I got all these downloads from spirit and spirit's just like, just lay there, be patient, and get these downloads. And that's why I'm so excited to announce to you that I have 10 spots open in my digital online course, which is Lifestyle Reset and Thrive. It is a awakened blueprint for living. It's a whole system, everything you could possibly need to leave fear behind and live from a place of alignment and love in this new age of Aquarius. Okay, guys? So if you want to shift your career, if you're somebody who wants to attract your dream partner or leave a relationship that's no longer in alignment or move to a place that supports you energetically, aka astrocartography, or you are somebody who just wants to up-level your relationships and your life in every way and love yourself in an unconditional way, regardless of your appearance, detox your body, or any of those things. If you just want to live your best life and you just want deep, deep transformation that is not aggressive like plant medicine or ayahuasca or combo, you want something that's very subtle and very incremental, right? And you enjoy this teaching style of less than 10-minute videos. If you're a busy professional that just wants to know what you need to do and want homework and exercises and journal prompts and PDFs and infographics and videos and guest teachers in a very concise manner that only takes about an hour to 2 hours a week to get through 12 modules, which is a 3-month course and lifetime access. This is the course for you guys. So I've never done this before. I'm offering this. This is divinely guided at 70% off for this 12-week course, and you have lifetime access. You can access this course on your phone, on your mobile device, on your tablet, on your computer. I mean, I couldn't have made it easier. So you can take it with you to the gym or while you're driving around. So it should be a breeze, getting, listening to your podcast essentially while you are growing your inner self, while you're taking your spirituality and healing to the next level. This is the best investment that you can make in yourself, guys. I say this not because I'm an energy healer, health coach, and yoga teacher, but I say this really from a quantum healing perspective. That's the best investment that you can make in yourself is spiritual and personal growth and transformation, because you're going to leave everything in the physical behind, your cars, your houses, right? Everyone, your body even, but you're not leaving your soul, your energy, your consciousness behind. So really think about this, guys. This is a limited time offer. Doors close this midnight, Friday, Black Friday at midnight. Only 10 spots available. I already have a couple, I think 2 or 3 people signed up, guys. So this is going fast, okay? So if you're really interested, hit me up. I'd love to answer any questions you have. We can schedule a call, okay? And the craziest part is it's 70% off. So normally this course is worth at least $3,000 and I'm offering it at $999. So it's really accessible for everybody, and even more accessible if you can't do a one-time payment. I can do 3 payments of $333. So guys, I'm pretty much giving it away. So if this is what you're interested in, it's personal growth, you don't have to start it right away. It's self-led, okay, and you have lifetime access. So seriously guys, think about this and hit me up, because guess what? Seats are going fast, and I would be honored to have you part of the program and help you transform your life from the inside out. Okay, so thanks for listening. Back to the broadcast. Okay, so what I have to say is, through this process of, first of all, getting these downloads, right? So this is a really good time for you guys. I don't want you to stay up all night like I did. I didn't sleep for 2 nights, but this is a really good time to open yourself up to divine communication, guys, because if you're somebody with an open third eye, you've done some spiritual work, right? If you're psychic or anything like that, you're going to start getting guidance and communication from your guides. And let me tell you, when it comes, it's like you can't even pretend like I didn't hear that, right? For me, it's like, really? I've never done 70% off. This is totally outside my comfort zone. And my guides were actually telling me like specific people to call and people to ask for help and coaches to spread the word. Like, I mean, guys, it was crazy. Like, I feel like Spirit's like a marketing guru, right? But anyway, that's what I mean, is like, if you really open yourself up to guidance, you're gonna get it. Now, it's up to you whether you surrender or listen or not. And so through the process, it was really interesting because I did all these things that were outside my comfort zone. I actually like sales. I don't mind sales, but I'm not a salesy person. I don't know if you guys know what that means. So for me, it's like, I'm not going to push something on someone that they don't need or they don't want. But when you're talking about the energy world, it's very intangible. Like, I was telling a friend of mine, like, no one asks me before they go into a one-on-one energy session, well, what does that entail? Like, I don't say, like, I'm going to burn copal and I'm going to put crystals on you and then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, because it's very much an experiential thing. But when you're talking about a digital course, people want to know exactly what they're getting into. But sometimes the ego likes to talk itself out. It's like, oh, that's too much work, or how much time or money I have to invest in this, right? So I ask you to trust the healing process. And if this feels like a hell yes to you in your gut, then sign up. That's how my last girl signed up. It's like she felt it in her entire body. This course is really about being in your body and embodying your truth, speaking your truth, and being in alignment and attracting a life that's full of alignment, which I talked about last week. If there are things in your life that are not in alignment, furniture, people, places, jobs, relationships, let those go so you can move into the next 35-year cycle. Speaking of the next 35-year cycle, we have Saturn and Jupiter December 21st going into the very progressive sign, innovative sign of Aquarius. So we're literally coming into the age of Aquarius. So even though I was sitting on this course, we beta tested this summer, and I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll launch in March. This was what my ego timeline was, right? And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. But the divine has other plans for us. And so honestly, if you want to live in flow, if you want to live an aligned life, you need to co-create with spirit. And so you need to open yourself up to divine guidance. You don't need to be stuck on these like egoic timelines. Like, what does it matter? What is March anyway, right? So when you're moved to do something by spirit, that's when you co-create with spirit, right? So right now, not only is the energy like epic, it's electric, it's buzzing. I mean, someone told me yesterday that she got on the roof of her house and put Christmas lights. Like, if you got big projects to do, guys, this is a huge energy momentum. I'll talk about the opposite of last week, right? So take this opportunity, get big projects done, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. It doesn't even feel like it, right, guys? Doesn't even feel like the holidays. Like, I was in the mall, dead. Tumbleweed like I experienced in New Mexico on the road. So this is definitely 2020 is not your typical year. There's a lot of people unfortunately getting sick with corona. There's a lot of restrictions still. New Mexico's on lockdown. El Paso, Texas was on lockdown a couple weeks ago. So this is definitely not normal, guys. So take this energy, like I always say, make lemonade out of lemons. So take this really intense electric energy and funnel it into your creative projects. And actually use this energy to propel yourself to the next level. Because not only are we shedding the old and the past and the guilt and the frustration and the self-doubt and all those old patterns that no longer serve us, but we are preparing ourselves for the new energies, to play with the new energies. So even though, it's sad to lose a dog, or it's sad to lose a partner, or it's sad to move from a place that we love, it's like when you let go of the past, you make room for the new energies so you can play with the new energies. So yes, it's sad to let go, but change is a constant in life. So I invite you to let go and be in flow. Okay, so really December 21st is huge. Really November 30th is huge. So leading up to this lunar eclipse, November 30th in Gemini, I highly, highly recommend that you start, even though full moons are really a time for manifestation and moonifestation, this time I feel that it's a really good time to kind of reassess your intentions that you've had for the last few months, what's worked out, what's not. Start to kind of realign things to make sure that you're headed in a future direction now that you've let go a lot of the past. And then so November 30th, intention setting is huge. It's huge. I know there's an exercise that we did with Sasha that I haven't done it yet, but I will, because it requires you writing down your intentions on this piece of paper that has seeds in it, and then you planting it somewhere and actually watering it. So you're literally watering your dreams. So I think that's such a nice symbolic ritual to do. And also, so that's really important. And also the veil is really thin right now. So what I mean by that is, for those of us that are psychic or have an open third eye, we're getting not only divine messages, but we're being visited from loved ones from the past. Like last night I had the most craziest, vivid, lucid dreams. You're probably having the same thing, where my brother and my dad, may they rest in peace, came to me in the dream time. And they don't come very often, but they did. And it felt like we had our old family dynamic. Again, my dad was leading us on this trip, and then my brother was bugging the shit out of me. May he rest in peace. So anyway, he was doing brotherly things, and my sister was just beautiful and, fluid. So so basically it was just the same family dynamic, but it was kind of crazy because when I woke up, I really felt like I was with them in the spirit world. So if you're somebody who is very open and believes in that, then open yourself up to being visited by your loved ones, right? Because the veil is very thin right now between the material world and the world of those that have passed, right? Because everything's energy, right? And so, you can actually meet them in this kind of, in between dreamtime dimension, okay? So moving forward, I do want to talk a little bit about December 21st, guys. So, I've said this for weeks now, clean house on every level in your life, guys. Get your finances together, get your paperwork together. If you're really getting a signal that this relationship's not working out for you, this marriage is not working out for you, start to getting your paperwork together if that's your decision. If this is no longer in alignment with you, if you are planning on moving and you're not in lockdown, start selling your stuff. If you're planning on changing jobs or changing careers, start putting that into gear, start getting your resume out, start networking. Even if it's uncomfortable for you, it was very uncomfortable for me. I had to call I think 15 of my friends to talk to about the course, and I was like, I'm not salesy, and you know what I mean? It was uncomfortable to step outside my comfort zone and put myself out there and to ask for help. But that's really what we're doing, because December 21st, we're going into the age of Aquarius, like I said, right? It's Saturn and Jupiter going into Aquarius, where we're going to really be paving the way for the next 35-year cycle. It's not going to happen overnight, but we're at least going to start building the foundation. And really the next age is going to be more feminine energy. We're leaving the patriarchy and the masculine behind. So it's more about flow and receptivity, guys. So if you're a hustler, you need to slow your roll, because it's about attracting, it's about manifesting, it's about receiving more of that feminine energy. It's about being in flow and not pushing and forcing things, right? And so yesterday I experienced disappointment because you talk to let's say 10, 15 people and 2 people sign up. So you have to have thick skin. You're going to experience self-doubt, especially if you're launching something for the first time, right? You're going to feel like am I being too pushy? Because you can't want things more for people than they want for themselves, right? I know my program is rock solid. I've helped hundreds of people all over the world with killer transformations. People get transformations every time they go on my table. I'm a master healer, world-class healer over 10 years, but I cannot push people into doing something they're not ready for. Okay, guys? So get ready. This is a big week. Love you, Rena with InsideJobHealing.com.